So when I took the job at IHOP, I had been the president of Applebee's. And when I got that job, the then chair and CEO said, when you and the team turn this company around, we'll make you CEO. I said, that's certainly, that's just perfect for me.
Mm-hmm.
So did I have any sacred cows? Because I'm a big believer and please don't give me any sacred cows. And they said none. So I went out and pretty much started with a new team, the best that I could possibly find. And to this day, most of them are good friends. But what we did was pretty remarkable.
Yeah.
And so they hadn't had any comparable same store sales growth in years. There was a sort of a negative cachet. We weren't doing the growth. So simultaneously, somewhat of the same playbook, some things new, we put it together. That did not take 5. That took closer to 3. Couldn't be more proud of the team. So I went in one day to now the chair and CEO, the same person. The chair is retired. Now it's the chair and the CEO. I go in with my little graph, right? And I've got the chart going in the right direction. Stock has doubled. Life is good. Everything is going very well. I couldn't be more proud of the team. And I said, so I'm thinking it's about time to be CEO. And he's very reflective. He stops for a minute. I'm sure it was 10 seconds. It felt like a minute and a half. And he says, no. And I thought he meant no, not today. And I laughed and said, well, no, I'm not suggesting today, but perhaps for something you want me to showcase. Perhaps you want me to demonstrate something more than I have already, or the board wants to see something. And he said, no, not ever. And I remember thinking,
why?
I asked that question within just as quickly as you did. And he said, I don't have to have an answer. I don't have to have a reason.
Why do you think it was?
So we all have our own knowledge, but I think where I come from when I'm angry, the best thing to do is just stop for a minute. So I said, I'm going to excuse myself. I'm going to go home early and I'm going to reflect on this conversation, which is the only thing I could think of. And I came back the next day and I said, I've thought about it. And I think you're holding me accountable for everything, but you're not giving me the title. So I'm going to go ahead and leave. And he said, well, no, you can't leave. If you leave, the stock will tank. So if you think about that for a nanosecond, yeah. So after we went to the street and told the street that we had made the acquisition, and I'd never sat in a room where the guy goes, okay, wire transferring 2.3 billion. I mean, it's kind of a strange, anyway. So we had just told the street, we had lots of questions from the buy side and the sell side and so forth. And then when we left, I said to the CFO, I need to go make a phone call. And he said, okay. So we were in the attorney's offices. I left one office. I went to a private office and I picked up the phone and I called the chair and CEO of Applebee's. And I said,
and you said, how you like them apples?
Nope. I said,
I always wanted to do
just
that.
wanted to say hi. And he said, I was expecting this call. And I said, as you know, this morning we announced that we have purchased for 2.3 billion, the company, and we don't need 2 of us. So I'm going to have to let you go.
You're a stone cold killer.
So
This is the 60th episode. Zach, what episode is this?